This is my fresh bitter leaf, fresh farm organic, straight from my garden, guys. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how I washed and preserved my bitter leaf so that it will stay longer for a longer period of time. So I harvested my bitter leaf and I had a lot of it. I was looking for what to put this bitter leaf inside, so I had to use this cart that I do put my kids inside because I didn't have a bigger container like this to contain all the bitter leaf, because this bitter leaf is so much. I had to put it in this stroller, what is it called, in this cart. Yes, so this is too plenty. So yes, I'm just going to write it inside. I'm just going to write it inside, as you can see. Then the process is going to begin. So guys, I'm now going to show you when I cut the bitter leaf, because I just want to summarize, tell you that I cut this bitter leaf. I didn't wash the leaves because of course I'm going to show you the washing part, but I just cut it into smaller pieces, and then here is the washing part. So you can see that I'm using a small grater. If you have this small grater, you can use this small grater, and I'm just packing my bitter leaves and I'm rubbing it against the grater, the smaller part of the grater, so that it can, cut it, chop it, make it very tiny, so that I can be able to wash it easily. Because except you have the patience to cut it into tiny pieces, but I didn't have that patience. And of course it was my husband that helped me out. He was the one that did the cutting of the bitter leaf, because we had to divide the labor, because it was a lot of bitter leaves, so he had to do that part of which I have a video on how I did that. So if you haven't watched the video, I'm going to share with you in my description box, so you just check it out, click that and watch it. So yeah, I'm just rubbing it against this grater, like I said, so that it can be smaller. So you can see the water now compared to before, it's becoming foamy. Yes, so that means we are doing something good. So you just rub it against the grater. Again, I also want to let you know that while rubbing it, don't let the leaves be very close to your hands. Like, pack the leaves in your hands, and when you rub it and then the leaves are almost gone, don't let it rub on your hands, otherwise it's gonna make your hands rough and it's not gonna feel good. So you want to be sure of that. So I had to rinse out my grater at this point, because it has finished its work. I just wanted it to cut the leaves, like I said, into smaller particles so that I can be able to wash it. This is the part I was telling you about. Yes, so this is it. I'm just going to go ahead and rub it against my hands. This is the washing process. I don't know if they have a machine for washing bitter leaf. I don't think they do. I haven't seen anyone yet. If you've seen one, please let me know in the comment section, because I would love to buy one. It's just like when they invented a machine for pounding yam. Oh my god, that was a huge relief. So I had to wash it with my hands because there's no machine. So I'm using my strainer to strain this bitter leaf. So I'm just squeezing out the water, and you want to keep a container by your side so that you can squeeze it like this into the container. You can see the blue container by the side. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So yes, you squeeze it into that container, and then you repeat the same process. The leaves are almost finished in the pot. You can see I'm using a bigger pot to do it. So then I'll show you what else to do. bitter leaf has so many health benefits. I mean, they even have a capsule in which they use bitter leaves for. It's good for your heart. It lowers it is very helpful if you have diabetes, high blood pressure. You can Google the benefit of bitter leaf. It has a whole list of benefits. So that is why these leaves is very, very important. If you don't have it, I will encourage you plant one, and it's not difficult to plant. Okay, so these leaves is very, 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 very healthy, has a lot of health benefits, so that's why I love it. Sometimes I make it like a juice and drink it, which is good, and especially if you're somebody who eats sugar a lot of times, so you have to have bitter leaf by the side. So here you can see I had to drain out the water, and at the bottom at the bottom of the pot I threw away that water because it has sand. You don't want to put that in your bitter leaf. So, and then you rinse out that sand, the pot, because you still have some sand at the bottom. So you rinse it out like that. Make sure the sand is not there. You rinse out everything properly, and then you pour in your bitter leaves again, and then you continue washing it. Continue the same process that I showed you that we started. So, and what I love about this bitter leaf is that this very one doesn't take time for the bitterness to go out. And I also wash it to my taste because I don't like to wash everything out. I still want it to have a little taste of bitter. That little taste of bitter, that's where the health benefit is. Okay, you don't want to wash everything out, except you like it that way. Some people do wash out everything, I mean all the bitterness out of the leaf. Some people do that, but it's to your preference. Okay, so but for me, I don't wash everything out. I still leave a little bit. That's why I had to do it myself, so that I do it to my taste, not the one that you buy at the store. Okay, that is why they call it bitter leaf. Somebody asked me the other day, I said, bitter leaf doesn't mean that you guys eat the leaves like that. I said, no, we wash it. We wash it to remove the bitterness, a little bit of the bitterness, not everything. But some people do chew it like that. I remember my pastor came to my house, and he's American, so I gave him salad, and then he said, what's that vegetable in your garden? I said, it's called bitter leaf. We eat it a lot in Africa. And he was like, oh, I would love to try it. And he has diabetes, so I put that in his salad, and he really loved it. So and then I've given it to some people, like my Spanish friend. I've given it to her. I do make the juice, and she takes some, which she really liked. So I gave the stem to her to go plant, which she did, and it has been helpful to her too. So that's why I'm sharing this video, so that in case you had forgotten the good health benefits of bitter leaf, or you just eat it, you don't know the health benefits. Yes, this is it. Bitter leaf, you can just Google more of the health benefits. I'm telling you, this is one of the vegetables that you don't want to lose in your garden. You don't want to miss having this in your garden. So include this to your garden, and you're going to love it. So I'm just going to strain this water again like we did the other time. Don't worry if you make a mess, that will be okay. You'll rinse it out and clean the place later when you are done with washing your bitter leaf. Okay, so I have some juice in my freezer. Sometimes I make it and put it in the freezer, so that when we want to drink it, my husband and I, we just bring it out, keep it, and then it thaws out. Okay. Okay, and then you enjoy your drink. We like it chilled. Okay, so, and then I have to tell you again that some of the medicines that they make, they use plants to make it. So if you can eat right, you can heal your body of any kind of disease. If you can eat the right food, especially the right vegetables, seeds, nuts, These are things that are very helpful to our bodies. So you can heal your body of any disease using plants, vegetables. That's what God made for us to eat before we had all these burgers, sugar, cakes, chocolate, cookies. I mean, you can eat it once in a while, but if you eat it like every day, it might not have impact on your body in the short run, but in the long run, that might not be really helpful. So we are thinking about long term. You want to take care of your body, make sure that you eat right, plant the right vegetables. Okay, I know that some of you guys have seen my garden. So this is what I enjoy every day, and it's so fulfilling. I mean, to eat from your own garden. So that's why I love it. So my husband said, what if you married me when I was living in Boston? I said, thank God that I didn't marry you when you were in Boston, because God knew that the Boston weather, which it snows, it's very cold over there. My body don't like that cold weather at all. So God had to bring me to Savannah so that I'll have a space for my garden, and the weather is great. So I lost some of my bitter leaf, see, but it's okay. This is more than enough for me. So this is it. This is a finished look of the bitter leaf after washing it for a couple of times. You can repeat this process till you make sure you get the taste that you want. And I had to label my Ziploc bag so that I do not end up picking another vegetable in the freezer when I want to cook my bitter leaf. So all together I had about 8 full Ziploc bags of bitter leaf. 8 full Ziploc bags, the big Ziploc bags. So I had to give away some. So you just put it like this, put it in a freezer. So I was left with just 4 because I had given away some of it. So I gave away 4 Ziploc bags, and I have 4 Ziploc bags. I'm putting it in my freezer, and it's going to take me for more than a year, okay, for this to finish. And I still have a lot of it growing in my backyard. So this is one good thing of living in Savannah. Great weather. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you so much for watching.